So I went to an elementary school in Chicago, and you know what they did? They didn't open the door for them, as they should. Nope, I got there. They would not let those people in, and I don't blame them for 1 second because I would have done the same thing. The fact that they were so quick to try to take these children and rip apart their families is even worse because where is that type of quickness when there is someone in these schools with a weapon harming those children? If those authorities can come with the quickness to try to rip families apart, why can't the designated authorities who are there to serve and protect, why can't they go into schools with that same quickness and protect all those children when there's some type of active shooter going on in the school? And the fact that we have to have both of these conversations about ICE getting into schools, how we're going to protect the children, how if they want to get into a classroom, they're going to have to shutter the door, how we're not going to let them in, and then about an active shooter, that is really sad. But as far as me, I already have my script ready. I don't know who that is. I've never seen that name. I don't know anything about that. That's all I'm going to be saying. In the case that ICE were to ever come into contact with me, that's what they're going to hear. Never heard of them, don't know that name, I don't know what you're talking about, and then go on about my day.
The irony of the executive order allowing ICE agent raids in the schools is that they trained us for this. Like, they forced us to get comfortable with the idea of pew-pews coming into our schools at any time. Like, I've done made my peace with dying for my students a long time ago. You think I'm scared?
Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Robi Masaga. Today I want us to talk about ICE raids in social places like schools. Now, this is actually causing a lot of fear, outrage in the community. And parents, teachers, and social workers, they've been speaking up. And I honestly feel like it's high time. It's high time for all of us to address this matter. So apparently, ICE have started showing up in social places like schools, churches, and even workplaces. Their aim is to round up people that they believe are immigrants. And I'm here to ask, is this the best way for them to, conduct their activity? Can't they come up with a different way of doing it? Parents are scared. Teachers are worried. Students are traumatized. Imagine you're a teacher. Someone has trusted you with their child. These people come and ambush you in school. In the evening, you have to come up with a story to tell parents. Just because Trump's administration can't come with a different way of conducting these raids, can't they just come up with a different way that is not traumatizing to people? This is so wrong because I understand it's wrong for illegal immigrants to be in the US. It's not right. But still, this is not the best way to conduct these activities. They are also human beings. In as much as they are illegal, they are human beings. You don't have to ambush them. There is law. Use courts.
Today, immigration agents try to enter a Chicago elementary school, but the principal did not allow them to enter. She said the school followed protocol and immigration agents will only be allowed inside if they have a criminal warrant. The principal also stated, "I am very grateful to all of our Hemline staff here for upholding all of our protocols and ensuring the safety of our students. We will not open our doors to ICE, and we are here to protect our children and make sure they have access to an excellent education." What we're now seeing is that even though Trump signed that agreement that grants ICE permission to enter schools, it's not going to be that easy. Because number one, they're going to have the right documentation to even enter the school. And then ICE agents have to send those documents to the school district's attorneys in order for them to review the document. And in the end, CPS has the final say, since they were the ones who instructed that principal to not allow ICE agents in the school. I know a lot of parents have not been sending their children to school out of fear that ICE may go to the school. However, the school district is saying everybody in the community should expect to continue to send their kids safely to school. This is proof of that. I also saw how in another state they were sending letters to parents letting them know that ICE agents were at bus stops and the bus drivers have been instructed to not allow the children to get off the bus and to continue driving with the children. So it seems like all of these schools are implementing protocols to protect the children from these immigration raids. I would like to applaud this school principal for following protocol and protecting her students. I'm all for enforcing and following the law, but leave our children out of it.
Authorizing ICE to target schools and churches is a very dangerous game, and I can't imagine a world where I'm friends with people who would give up children and families to ICE. So if you're one of those people that would speak to an ICE agent or be cooperative with an ICE agent, I'm gonna need you to immediately remove yourself from my social medias and also from my life.
They are rounding up kids right before they turn into the school. I'm in Chicagoland area. I'm about an hour outside of Chicago, and one of the schools that I pass by every day is known to be a Hispanic majority school. They are stopping these kids because a lot of them drive. It's a high school. They are stopping these kids right before they turn into the school to round them up. The shit has already started. It's sad to see, but at the same time, it's like, damn. Like, because I think the school grounds is off limits. They can't get them while they're in the school. So these police officers are lined up right and catching these kids right before they turn into the motherfucking school. I know they are horrified. But in the area that I live in, a lot of the Hispanics that are over here are Trump supporters. They're very proud about it. They are very machismo. And a lot of the high schoolers pump that same shit. And it's just like, it's a shame that it has to be all of them. And you just couldn't fucking listen when we told y'all. But to see the shit in real time, after the motherfucker said that he was gonna do the shit, he's doing it. He's 100% doing it. It is happening. It is not even 9 o'clock in the morning yet. The shit is going down. My God. My God. Bless them all.
Yeah, no, pre-K pause. Trump authorizes ICE to target schools and churches. Baby, not my school. I won't give up my prep period. You think I'm gonna give up one of my students to ICE? You gonna mess with teachers and their students. We jump in front of bullets for our students. Do you hear me? If you thought that students were an easy target and teachers were just gonna give them up, you picked the wrong motherfuckers to try to get right with, baby. I'm confused if you think that ICE is supposed to scare us. If you think that these agents coming in camo and all these hulking men coming into our classroom is supposed to put the fear of God in these teachers, okay? Every single day we walk into that classroom, we have to worry, are we gonna get shot? Is today the last day of our existence? You know, these ICE workers, these ICE agents, they don't scare us, not one bit. I need y'all to understand this. I know I'm not alone when I say this. I'd rather be arrested and go to jail than give up even one of my students. Not even one of them. I don't tolerate my students bullying each other, and you think I'm gonna allow a man with a Napoleon complex that squeezes orange juice on himself every day with Cheeto dust to bully what we do in our classroom and give up my students? Fuck off. I know it's gonna be long 4 years, but baby, I'm ready for it, okay? I'm Puerto Rican. Fighting's in our blood.
I don't know about you, but this is what I feel. Targeting schools is crossing the line because these are children. These are minor. They have no control over whatever situation that they're in. They can't go out there and start controlling or telling their parents what to do. They are still minors. Imagine how terrifying it is. As a child, you're seated in school, then you see this ICE coming to your school. Maybe even taking your friends away or even taking you away. Imagine how these kids are feeling. This is so wrong. I feel like this administration should come up with a different way of conducting these activities. You're traumatizing people in the name of looking for illegal immigrants. And like I said, I'm not saying that it's right for illegal immigrants to be in the US. It's not right, but there's always a better way to conduct such activities. I understand that ICE has a job to do, but I also believe there are better ways to solve these immigration issues. You don't have to target kids. If you have issues with their parents, face them. You don't have to go through kids. Schools should be places where children should feel safe. So why should we now target the same people that we are trying so hard to protect? We shouldn't be the ones traumatizing our own kids. Imagine them always looking at the back of their shoulders just to make sure that there's no one following them. It's very wrong. There are better ways to handle these issues. Summon someone in court. Wait until they fail to come. That is when you can go and arrest them. But you don't have to go to school to arrest parents. Do parents go to school? You're also scaring teachers. Imagine they have a job to do to protect those kids. So when you go to school, so what do you want them to tell parents? And when you target school, basically what the kind of message you're trying to pass out there is anyone can even pretend to be ICE and go to these schools and they will do anything they want. How many cases have we had of people going with firearms in school and unaliving kids? Some people will take advantage of that. They will start going to these social places, unaliving people, pretending to be ICE. Trump's administration is failing. They need to come up with a better way. And the best way is for them to use the courts. Not going to social places. Any social place should be a safe place for anyone, whether in church, whether in school, whether in workplaces. They should be safe place for anyone to go to. I think what we need to ask ourselves is, what kind of message are we sending to children out there? Basically, what we are trying to tell them is their educational well-being does not matter as long as their immigration status is in question. That is the kind of message we are trying to send to them. Kids have no power over whatever that is happening to them, and they have a right for education, whether their immigration status is in question or not. Use the right way to arrest their parents. If it's to deport them, use the court, deport them. Let me just ask this. What if you end up harassing a kid whose family is in the US legally? They have papers, they are well documented. What if you end up harassing such a child? I think what this administration need to do is come up with the best way to solve these issues. Instead of traumatizing people, people can't even sleep. People are sleeping in fear. You don't even know when these people are going to ambush you. Some of them are paying people to snitch on others. Guys, drop a comment. I would love to hear what you think about this. Do you all agree that ICE raids in school is wrong? Let me know in the comment section, and remember to subscribe, like, and share as well. And until next time,